Good morning, everybody. So this is Katie Acosta with Living Life Abundantly, and that's just what I'm trying to do is live my life abundantly. Today's topic is fear. Is it holding you back? So while we're waiting for Facebook to go out and find some friends here, I'm just going to ask you if you're watching the recording, go ahead and jump to about minute 2 on this video and you can get right into the content. While we're waiting, if you would just say hi, comment where you're watching from, maybe a city and a state, and we'll just get some interaction going today. I'm doing this video, one of the reasons is because fear is one of the things I struggle with. I think we all struggle with it. Getting on here and doing these Facebook Live videos isn't necessarily in my comfort zone. So anyways, if you think that the topic of fear and is it holding you back might be something that some of your friends might be interested in watching, go ahead and share this video. There's a little share icon in the bottom, I believe, I don't know, right or left. It says share. Just click that share button and go ahead and share it if you think someone on your friends list would find value in this. And I see Susie. Good morning, Susie from Arizona. Glad to have you here today. I'm going to go ahead and share this video out with on my Facebook page. If you haven't liked my Facebook page, it's Living Life Abundantly with Katie Acosta. Love to have you go ahead and share or like that page, because pretty soon I'm just going to be sharing from there and doing my Facebook Live videos from there. So I'm trying to drive people and traffic to that for right now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share this. So you guys can go ahead and share it as well if you would like. And sharing to my page, right page. Here we go. All right, so Susie, great question. It's not a group like some of the other coaching groups we have. It's just a Facebook page. It's completely public. So I'll put a link in, I will put a link in the comments when I'm done, and you can go there and make sure you've liked that. All right, so we're going to dive right into this content. So fear, something that definitely I have felt myself over the last, sorry, I got to get rid of a message here. Maybe over the last, oh gosh, my whole life. Who is not afraid of things? So anyways, fear, let's think of it as an acronym. Fear is false evidence appearing real. I believe it maybe was Zig Ziglar that said that the first time, but lots of people talk about fear being false evidence appearing real. So it's happening in our mind. It's not something that's real. So that's definitely something that I have been struggling with. Had to get rid of my sharing there because I was distracting myself, looking at myself. And I see Roxy. Good morning, Roxy. Excited to travel with you today. So yeah, fear just sometimes it drives us to just hide, or drives us to not in things that we want to excel in. But you know what? We all have fears. They may be different fears, but we all have fears. And really, probably the number one fear is the fear of what other people are going to think of you. So really, when you look at your fear, what does it boil down to? It's probably something that you're worried about what somebody's going to think about you. So, fears. What are you afraid of? You don't have to type it in there in the comments, but I just want you to think, what is it that you are afraid of? It's totally normal to have fears. And gosh, don't think you're alone. Okay. Susie, I see you say you have fear and anxiety. Don't think that you're alone in those things. The other, about a week or so ago, I lost a friend. I think I may have mentioned it last Thursday as well. I lost a friend because he's climbing a mountain and he fell. He slipped on some black ice and he fell. And the next couple of days, I was feeling fearful when I found out. And I didn't really know what it was. I just felt this like tightness, and I didn't kind of almost panic, because the next day I was at work and my family went to Fort Collins, and which is about, if you're not from here, it's about 45 minutes away. And I had my husband, my mother-in-law, my kids, they all went, and I was working. And I just had this feeling like I don't want them to go anywhere. I want to keep them right next to me. And a friend of mine helped me name that fear. And it was feeling anxiety and feeling fearful. And because I didn't realize that that's what it was. Once I named that fear and said, okay, so I'm feeling anxiety about this. I'm not, you know what? Not gonna let this control me, and I can't control this. If something were to happen to them on their way to Fort Collins and on their way back, I have no control over that. So what I have to do is just take that fear, take control of it, name it, and then move on. So there's some you don't want to let your fears take power over you, because if I were to let that fear take power over me and not let me work the way I needed to, or focus on what I needed to focus on, then that fear has taken control over me, and I don't want fear to take control over me. Okay. So that's okay. It looks like I'm a little bit pausing. All right. Anyway, so name those fears, and you have to help with that. You might have to get a coach or a mentor, or somebody to talk to that can help you. You tell them how you're feeling, and they can help you name that fear. It is so powerful to be able to name it, and then to be able to take control over that, be powerful and take control over that. So basically, you need to have a conscious effort to find out what you're supposed to do. Okay, so what are you supposed to do? What are your dreams? Know those dreams, and don't let that fear take control over where your dreams are going to take you. I'm going to get a little bit teachery on you, and I'm not going to write words on this because they would show it backwards and it would just be irritating to you to have to try and figure that out. But I want to talk about our comfort zones. So we all have a comfort zone, where it's a place where we are comfortable. Okay, so I'm gonna can't get that off. All right, I'm just gonna draw a little circle right here. Okay, so let's say this is our zone of comfort. Okay, warm fuzzies, we like it here. This is our safe place. So being safe right here in this little circle. All right. Well, I'm going to relate this to my teacher friends, because we talk about, as in the teaching world, the zone of proximal development is a Vygotsky thing. Okay. So it's a place where I know what I know. I know what I know. I know the things that I know. I'm comfortable here. Okay. If I stay right here in this zone, there is no growth that happens in my life. But there's this other little layer right here. We all have this little layer. Okay, I'm just going to shade it in. So we have this little layer out here of things that we can do. We just maybe can't do them on our own. Or fear is keeping us from moving out of this zone right here. Then maybe this is our fear zone. Okay, right in here, our fear zone, or things I can't do on my own, things I need help with, things I need a coach or a mentor for. things I need to find people who are performing at the level that I want to perform at. I need to find those people to help me get through this zone right here. Okay? So this is our fear zone, the zone I need help with. And so this is something that is not known yet, but we see all this stuff out here. And I'm going to even draw rays out here because there is so much out here that we do not know. Okay, sorry you couldn't see that for a minute. Okay, there's so much out here that we just have no idea that it even exists. That there's possibilities for us, guys, that we don't even know about. And the only way that we are going to find out what's out here is to get over this fear, is to stretch this. We want to stretch this comfort zone out. Okay, we want to stretch it out, okay? And like I said again before, we need help with that. We can't do it on our own. I have an amazing friend who is watching right now, Roxy. She's helped me get through this fear zone, okay? Everyone needs that person. There's also, I'm jumping around in my notes here, but you are the sum of the top 5 people that you surround yourself with. So I want you to think about who are your closest friends, who are the people that are that you spend the most time with. It doesn't have to be person-to-person time, but it could be time on the phone, time reading their books, time watching their YouTube videos, whatever it is. You've got to surround yourself with those people who are where you want to be, okay? The people I surround myself with, Roxy Jordet, okay? No fear, okay? We're there. And Les Brown, okay? Grant Cardone, Roxy, I'm putting you on levels with those people right there, okay? Peter Voog. Guys, these are people that are growing me right now. So you need to find your five people that you're spending the majority of your time with, because those are the people that are where you want to be, whether it's your business that you want to grow, or it's your fear and anxiety that you want to get over. Yes, I see Susie put on there, fear of the unknown. Oh my gosh, yes, fear of what could happen. What could happen? But you know what? It's taking control. What do you have control over? And don't let that fear have control over you. Okay? Roxy. All right. So we cannot stay here. If we want to have any kind of a future that we can be proud of, that we do not have regrets over, we cannot stay here. We have to find out what our fear is, put a name to it, and push or find people to help us move past that fear. And you know what? A lot of times I'm still afraid. I'm shaking a little bit right now, actually, even on this YouTube video, whatever it is, Facebook Live video. So because I'm still a little fearful, but you know what? I'm doing it anyways, because I know that that's what's going to push me to the next level. And courage, guys, courage is doing it even though you're afraid of it. What could happen? Maybe I make a fool out of myself. Maybe I say something I don't mean to. Maybe, who knows? Maybe people are going to make fun of me because I'm doing a Facebook Live video and they don't agree with what I'm saying, or they think, oh, there's Katie. Who is she to have, to be on Facebook Live talking about fear? But you know what? I have to take those thoughts captive. Even the Bible says that, take your thoughts captive. And you know what? Taking those thoughts captive, taking control over them, and just moving past those and doing it anyways, even though you're afraid of it. Okay? Because you know what? You will make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Okay? You will hurt people's feelings when you're moving outside of the zone of being comfortable. because lots of people are going to stay in the zone of being comfortable. And when we start moving past this zone and past this fear, that makes people uncomfortable, and we might lose friends over it. Okay, we really might. I've lost a couple. Okay, and you may even create enemies. You know what? I'm doing what my heart says is right. Okay, I'm doing what my heart says is right, and I'm living out what I feel God's purpose is for my life. And it's okay. It's okay. But we still need to take life on. We have to take the bull by the horns and just go with it. Okay, there is other great work for you to do. Okay, there's a bigger purpose for you. You've got to move past this zone of fear and get help, get a coach, get a mentor, get someone that's going to help you move forward. Surround yourself with those 5 people that are where you want to be, and just listen to them over and over. Okay? Talk to yourself. How do you talk to yourself? I talk to myself all the time. Sometimes I'm talking to myself and my husband or my mother-in-law comes in the room, and I just notice sometimes out of the corner of my eye, they maybe look at me like, who are you talking to? You got to talk to yourself and move yourself past this. Because you can do this. You can move past this zone of comfort right here. We can't stay there. You have to guard your mind. Okay, we cannot let fear take control over our mind. Another thing we've got to do, guys, is turn off the TV. There is so much negative garbage on the TV right now that is absolutely not validating our lives. It's not, I can't think of the word right now. It's not helping us move past our fear. We hear about all these terrible things going on in the world. We hear about the stinking clowns that are terrorizing people. That is, like I said before, that is a pain in the neck. And that is people trying to make us be fearful of of just being in the world. Okay? We cannot let that control us. We have to program our mind. I think Les Brown said this. We have to program our mind, or our mind will program us. Okay? So, we have to turn off the TV. We gotta move past and get the negative out of our mind. Because you know what? Those top 5 people, your life is the sum of those top 5 people that are around you. If the TV is one of those top 5 people, that's probably not good. Okay? If you're spending more time with the TV than you are with some of these people who are speaking life into you, then that's something that probably needs to go. All right. So, courage. I mentioned courage before. And guys, there's unlimited potential in you. Look at this. This just goes on and on forever out here. This stuff we don't even know exists. Gosh, I'm in this world right now where 2 or 3 years ago, I had no idea this world even existed. I had no idea there was something called networking and meeting people and helping each other build businesses. I had no idea that even existed. I had no idea that I could even be somebody that was that could speak life into people. I had no idea. And you know what? I would never have known if I hadn't gotten past this fear zone. So there is unlimited potential in you. And you know what? Life is God's gift to us. But how we live our lives is our gift to God. Okay? We've got to be courageous. In the Bible, in Deuteronomy 31:6, it says, "Be strong and courageous." Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. Do not be afraid or terrified because of your fears. For the Lord your God goes with you. He is with you every step of the way, even though it's scary. He is with you, and he will never leave you or forsake you. Okay? So what could possibly happen if you do what you're afraid to do? Okay? What could possibly happen if you get on, get on Facebook Live and do a video? What could possibly happen if you, do whatever it is you're afraid of? Okay, probably you're not going to die from it. Okay, what else could possibly happen? You could grow and you could get better and you could live those dreams that you've always wanted to live. Okay? So, pain. There's pain all over the place. There's pain in growth. That's painful and it's scary. But you know what? That pain that leads to growth and fulfillment, I would rather have that pain than the pain that leads to regret. Okay? If I get to the end of my life and I'm like, oh gosh, I wish I would have done this and I wish I would have done that and I wish I would have done the other thing, that pain, I don't want that. I want to get to the end of my life and know I lived my life to the fullest, to its fullest potential every single day of my life. And I have no regrets. And I grew, and it was painful, but I grew and I moved past it and I lived an amazing life. That's what I want to do. Okay? So, sometimes it's someone that we love and we trust that's told us something that we said, oh, you can't do that. Okay? But we cannot let that take hold of us and make us fearful. Okay? You can do anything. Okay? You can do anything. You just have to move past that fear. Okay? Is it going to be hard? Oh my gosh, yes. It's hard. Is it going to be challenging? Yes, it's challenging. Growth is challenging. But will it be worth it? Yes, it will be worth it. So I challenge you today to grow and stretch this comfort zone, move into this zone of fear and move past it. Because you know what? If you get past this fear zone, it doesn't mean that there's no more fear ever in your life for you. There's going to be another one out here and another one out here because we don't know what's out here. We have no idea what's out here. But there's going to be another ring, another step of fear. Just because you see these people like Les Brown, Grant Cardone, Roxy Jordat, Peter Voog, people like this, you see them on YouTube videos or you see them, out in the public's eye. That does not mean that they do not have fear. Okay? There's going to be at every new level, there's a new fear. Oh, somebody said, at every new level, there's a new devil. Okay, there's a new fear that you have to move past, get over, and stretch even more. Okay? So I challenge you, grow and stretch this comfort zone, grow and stretch this learning zone, and, make your life amazing. Okay? Make your life amazing. So this is Katie Acosta with Living Life Abundantly. Katie Acosta with Living Life Abundantly, and I just pray that you have an amazing day, that you'll take this fear that you have and use it to your benefit and be courageous and grow, and be amazing. All right? Have an amazing day.